granted, it may be harder for some people to actually get in contact with the consciousness themselves, as a lot of people out there that take a lot of drugs are empaths, just trying to look for their way to block the communication of all the energy overwhelming them, because they have no understanding about the energy fields or the aura or anything like that itself. See, the aura is the outer protection of all the other energies of the emotional fields and stuff like that, like your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual. And what it all is basically right around us we have a lot of energy all the time. And most people know this because you can sense from another person whether or not you like them, or if they're a good person or not, right? That's your reading energy. Your empath, it's just an energy reader, or empathy, right? So you actually already know that you're an empath if you can do that. So you have a stronger connection through the consciousness already than most that can't do that, as you are a natural healer. You yourself was born a healer and always have been a healer. Once you're an empath, you cannot not be an empath. It's only for you to understand, like some people with empath, like actually can pick up the energy, have manifestations of different physical anomalies, like ghosts and spirits, and like the bad side of the one consciousness. Or you have other people that witness angels and stuff like that of the actual the one consciousness, because what you're doing is the manifestations are actually the creation of the empath themselves through the frequency of energy and not understanding it and not opening up the chakra points to have the kundalini so energy can flow naturally. You're actually grabbing and drawing a lot of energy into one field without having it connect to the other field, and you're overwhelming that area with that energy. So therefore you are manifesting physical reality anomalies through the not understanding of how to use energy and reading, like your aura, your different fields around you, etc., like that. So that's what that's all about. So all the people out there that are mainly like a lot of them that use drugs are actually empaths. A lot of people hide themselves away because they have no understanding of the energy presented to them by a lot of people. For example, an empath will not like a shopping centre. An empath does not like crowded places. But yet, you can go with an empath to a rave or something like that, and because the energy frequency isn't jumbled up in all individual thought initiative frequencies and all that from each person that's separate, you have one frequency in a rave that's just full connection through to the music, and everyone's there to have fun. So that one frequency would give the empath the secure feeling of feeling there. But if you went to somewhere else, like a busy street with hundreds of people walking around, as the empath walks down, the empath would actually be able to feel the energy fields of each individual as they walk past, and that can overwhelm your own energies that you're pumping through yourself to try to keep yourself balanced if you've got holes in your aura, or if you're unaware of the aura, etc., like that. Like, for example, my aura had holes and still does right through it because all of my past, but that's what I'm fixing myself. But a lot of people have holes in their aura, so what happens is the energy from another individual leaks through, and there's a lot of people out there that are actually non-intentional vampires. So what they do, they subconsciously drain your energy from you because they have run out of energy, basically, and because an empath is a healer, empath's natural ability for themselves is to give energy. So people can actually take your energy till you are feeling sick, drawn to the ground, like really grounded, really down, that physically hurts you if you let it happen too much. And this can all be achieved without you even knowing, or them even knowing, just the subconscious naturally doing its ability of energy drawing, because every single one of us on the face of this planet that is the consciousness singularity of the one God is always in sync and doing this right with each other all the time. That's what we do. We are energy readers. This planet is nothing more than a matrix. We actually have to be the light beings that we are inside of us, not the physical meat matrix, fucking avatar that we're presented with when we get here. We're supposed to understand that be in the world but not of the world. In other words, step outside through the Christ chakra and look back at it and realize that we're playing a game, that we are watchers over ourselves, and that the consciousness energy itself really is, that's all it is inside the frequency of the game. See, once you open up your Christ, which is this is I'll go into this one as well with this little bit. Okay, so the Antichrist and the Christ, a lot of people have trouble with this, so I'll say this again, because this is what understanding of what it's all about is, right? So I told everyone that what happens is when you go outside of the matrix, you can see that everything is reversed inside of the matrix. So Christianity itself wants all pure, Satanism wants all negative, and you have all the different factions in between that want either side. We never have a balance in the middle, right? So this is the problem with all of this. If you look at the sayings, what were written in the books and shit, like every single religion points to what I said before, the same thing. But the Antichrist will come and all of that stuff, right? So I said how it goes in reverse, but I'll put it down to exactly what it's all about. So we actually have been living in the Antichrist. This era since Christ, the man that was called Christ, they opened up the Christ chakra and got 100% connection to God and become the Son of God, like pure source of creational consciousness, straight through to connected, become the Son. How we can all achieve the Son of God, but we can never ever be God, because God is all powerful and almighty, and also should be feared and loved at the same time, which we all know. But with the where I'm going with hold up. So where I'm all going with this is that, like I'm trying to say, so the Antichrist has already been here, because we've had an abundance of millennia where the Antichrist has ruled, because no one as a full collective of the world has sat there and realized that you have to use your Christ, right? Your chakra, your violet chakra, your third eye, your Christ eye, okay? That's your crown chakra or whatever, So you look through your Christ eye and you get the Christ energy. The Christ energy, what allows you to connect to God, or the pure source of creational consciousness of the One, right? So we have not done that. No one has done that in the world. It has been so split and individually divided that no one knows as a whole that we must do this, you see? And because no one was using their Christ, there was an anti-Christ. So what happens is when the actual people start to come, when they say Christ will return, they're actually referring to the ability of everyone connecting through the Christ chakra in their head back to consciousness and becoming one with the Christ, right? That's what it's all about. This is what we've always supposed to do. This is why I said that the actual other way around, Christ won't return and the Antichrist won't come, right? Or like all that shit, like I said before. It's because Christ won't return because Christ has always been here, and the Antichrist won't come because the Antichrists have always been here as well. See, we've always had the Antichrist and the Christ here at the same time, because the Christ is the Christ chakra, and the Antichrist is not the ability of not knowing how to use the Christ chakra, so therefore it was an Antichrist. No one used their Christ. So this is what that is all about with that. So that's another bit of information I thought I'd add for now, and I'm going to put down after this the video I had for a while ago. I'll add on to it, which is the Mandela effect and how Alzheimer's really works in the understanding of once we're consciousness energy, and that's it. I'll say a brief one right now. It's just that we're the HDDs and we upload our information to cloud. So continue to that one and enjoy.